Hi everybody, welcome to my review of Season 2, Episode 4 of Little Women Dallas. If you haven't seen this episode yet, this video will act like a spoiler, so you might want to watch this video later. The name of this episode is Down in the Mud. The episode resumes with what happened after Emily spit her drink out on Kaylee. Emily tells Kaylee that she's disrespectful, and she thinks she's been through the same stuff that she went through. Emily says Kaylee can't say she lost a child when she didn't. Kaylee says at the end of the day, she had a miscarriage and it still hurts. Kaylee tells Emily she's sorry that she lost a child. Then the two go back and forth. In the commentary, Kaylee says that her apology was sincere, and she doesn't know what else she can do to make amends with Emily. Then, Kaylee and Brittany leave the restaurant. In the next scene, Brichelle and her two kids meet with Emily and their kids so the kids can have a play date. They do an art project together. Then, the three ladies go somewhere away from the kids to talk. Brichelle asks Emily if she thinks she will ever fix her relationship with Kaylee. She also says that Kaylee is in a different place from her, Bree, and Emily, since they all have kids. And if one of them were to have a miscarriage, they would know that it's significantly different than losing a child. Emily says at some point she'll get over it. Bree tells Emily that she needs to keep her stress down, since she's doing IVF. In the commentary, Emily says that Bree is right, so she's just going to avoid Kaylee. Then, Brichelle says that she wants to meet with a matchmaker, and she wants Bree to go along with her. In the commentary, Emily says the crazy thing about the Kaylee situation is that she finds herself becoming friends with Brichelle. Wonderful. In the next scene, Amanda goes to an improv class so she can brush up on her acting skills, since she wants to be a stunt double. She does improv with another student named Cassidy. They are told to improvise about the aquarium and Mardi Gras, and they do a good job. After the class is over, Amanda chats with Cassidy. Cassidy asks if they can exchange numbers. In the commentary, Amanda says when she worked at a bar, women would always hit on her, and she thinks Cassidy just hit on her. In the next scene, Kaylee and her boyfriend Daquan go to a restaurant to meet with Daquan's mom, Tori, who is an entertainment manager for Daquan's music career. Kaylee says her relationship with Daquan is one of the best relationships she's been in. She also tells Daquan's mother that they're not having kids until they get married. In the commentary, Kaylee says that they both want to be financially stable before they have a family. Then Tori asks Kaylee if anybody manages her when it comes to her gigs. Kaylee says no, and Tori says she has a good friend who is an entertainment manager who could probably manage Kaylee. Tori calls the manager on the phone, she talks with him a little bit. Then, she tells Kaylee that the manager has time to meet with her the next week. In the next scene, Amanda meets with Cassidy at the bar. In the commentary, Amanda says she has no idea if she's meeting Cassidy for a date or not. So she goes into the bar and she sits down and they're wearing like the same colored shirt. So then they start talking and they get to know each other and they have like a lot in common. In the commentary, Amanda says she hasn't clicked with anybody like that ever since she dated her ex-boyfriend Zach. Amanda asks Cassidy what's her type. Cassidy says that she dates men and women. Amanda says that she's never dated a woman before. Then, Cassidy asks Amanda out on a date. Then Amanda says yes. Then they start holding hands, and then Cassidy kisses Amanda on the cheek. In the commentary, Amanda says when that happened, she felt butterflies inside. Then they start making googly eyes at each other, just chilling, drinking, having a good time. Okay, Amanda, I see you. In the next scene, Kaylee and Daquan's mom, Tori, go to meet with an entertainment manager who is interested in Kaylee. Kaylee is nervous. Tori tells Kaylee to bring out the personality that she has at her gigs. Then the two enter the manager's office. Kaylee said she doesn't want to be in anyone's shadow anymore, considering how she used to perform with left cheek and right cheek. Then the manager says he wants to see how she acts at gigs, and he wants her to give him a taste of what she does at shows. Then she's told to stand on top of the table and act like she's hosting. In the commentary, Kaylee says that she cannot get hype in a conference room. At first, Kaylee is a little hesitant and reserved. She tells the manager what kind of things she says when she's hosting. And then she gets hype and she twerks a little and the manager is impressed. The manager tells her that he has a gig for her at a mud wrestling match and he wants her to bring some of her friends. In the commentary, Kaylee is like, great, he wants me to bring friends, but all of them hate me. Next, Brachelle and Bree meet with a matchmaker. The matchmaker wants to get to know Bree and Brachelle. The matchmaker asks them if their parents are married or not. Bree says that her father passed away when she was 9. In the commentary, Bree says since her father passed when she was young, she didn't have a good male example, and that's probably why she allowed Wooda to mistreat her. She says in high school she was in committed relationships, but she and Wooda were never committed. Bree says that Wooda ruined her trust. The matchmaker says it's not Wooda who ruined her trust, but Bree has to accept that Wooda allowed her to do so. Then the matchmaker asks Brachelle what she wants when it comes to a relationship. Brachelle says that she wants to see all kinds of paperwork in order. When it comes to the man, she wants to see if the man has things such as a 401k plan or a pension, because she cannot co-sign for everything. The matchmaker says that Brachelle might scare away the chickens, and Brachelle says only the strong survive. The matchmaker says now that she knows what Bree and Brachelle want, she can mix some of those men into the mixer party. Next, Asta, Brachelle, Amanda, and Cassidy go to a small water park. Amanda introduces Cassidy to the ladies as her girlfriend. Brachelle asks Cassidy if she's a lesbian. Cassidy says she prefers to be considered a pansexual. In the commentary, Amanda said she was a little nervous introducing Cassidy to the girls, but it went well. Then, Tiffany arrives to the water park and meets Cassidy. Brachelle gets a message saying that Kaylee is inviting all the ladies to the mud wrestling match that she is hosting. Then Cassidy asks who Kaylee is. Then Amanda tells her that Kaylee is their friend who messed around with Chase a number of times. She tells her the whole story about the altercation and about how she became friends with Chase and Kaylee had a problem with it. In the commentary, Amanda says that her feelings towards Kaylee are mixed. It's good that she apologized to the group, but she still slapped her. She would prefer that Kaylee apologizes to her one-on-one, and it would feel more sincere. Cassidy said that they shouldn't be slut-shaming Kaylee, and attaching some of the behaviors of Kaylee that everyone doesn't agree with to her personality. In the commentary, Amanda says that she never even saw it that way, but Cassidy is right. Nope, Cassidy really is right. They have been slut-shaming her this whole time. I thought that they were gonna verbally hound Cassidy after she said that, but I was surprised. They agreed with her. So, that's just one step to everybody apologizing and getting along. Wonderful! I guess Cassidy is like a miracle worker, you know. She lit a new flame with Amanda, makes her happy and stuff. They click with each other, and she's unknowingly getting rid of some of the drama in the group. So, that's great! Amanda says she's going to text Kaylee and invite her over so they can talk things out. Next, Kaylee meets Amanda at her house to apologize. Kaylee says that she's very sorry and she's been carrying lots of anger. She said that it's hard to prove it to her, but she's sorry. In the commentary, Amanda says that she can tell Kaylee is sincerely sorry. Amanda says they've all made mistakes and she shouldn't have slut-shamed her. Amanda tells Kaylee that she appreciates her for coming over and talking. In the commentary, Kaylee says she's relieved that they could hash everything out, and eventually, she wants to get together with the group. She tells Amanda that she wants her to come see her at the mud wrestling gig that she's hosting. Like I just said a minute ago, I can feel the peace within the group emerging. I already know that Bree and Emily still have bitter feelings towards Kaylee. In the next scene, Bree and Brachelle go to a mixer so they can find possible matches. The two ladies are introduced to a few men. Then Bree is introduced to this one gentleman who tells her that she looks sexy. And then Bree's all like, thank you. And in the commentary, Bree is like, ew. I agree, that man was moving too fast. He could have said, oh, you look nice today. That would have been less creepy, you know? Moving too fast, man. Too fast. Then Brachelle meets a gentleman named Leroy. Then they start talking, they hit it off pretty well, and she thinks that he's cool and funny. And then Leroy asks what can he do to capture her heart. Brachelle says that he'll have to be God-fearing, have the same goals as her, and hard-working. Then she asks Leroy what his ideal woman is. Leroy says, her. Ooh, love is in the air in this episode. Bruh. Then the two exchange numbers. Then Bree meets another man who is much older than her, and they don't really have a connection. In the commentary, Bree says that clearly that night is not her night to meet a man, but at least one of them scored. Then Bree asks Rochelle if she's going to call the Roy when she gets home. Then Rochelle says she doesn't know, and she's been thinking about him since he walked away. Aww. She says he left a good impression on her. Bree says that she's going to keep her options open. That was nice. That was good that Rochelle and Bree put themselves out there. And I am happy for Rochelle. I really think she and the Roy hit it off well. And I really do hope that something happens between them. In the final scene of the episode, Kaylee arrives to the venue of the mud wrestling event. Her manager arrives to the venue. He asks her where her friends are, and he tells her to get on the phone and get some more people to show up. Kaylee calls Amanda and asks her to show up to the venue and wrestle with her at the gig, and he tells her that her manager is on her head. It gets later and later and closer to the mud fight. Kaylee is nervous. She gets on stage and gets the crowd hype. Then Rochelle, Tiffany, Amanda, and Asta show up to the venue. Kaylee is surprised. Then she gets off of the stage. Amanda and Asta tell Kaylee that they shouldn't have been so hard on her at Meat Church when she was trying to apologize to them. Then Kaylee asks the ladies if they know if Emily is showing up to the gig. Tiffany says she doesn't know, but she found out on the internet that Emily's baby daddy Lontel got arrested. And we will learn more about that next episode. Then Kaylee gets back on stage and asks the crowd if they want to see her wrestle with one of the average-sized women or with Amanda. The crowd wants to see her wrestle with Amanda, so Kaylee and Amanda get on stage, they wrestle in the mud, which is actually chocolate pudding. Kaylee says that her gig went great, but what's even better is that she's getting along with the ladies. And that's the end of the episode. Wow, I feel like the weight has been lifted. Most of the ladies are starting to get along. That they let bygones be bygones. Kaylee apologized. Ladies realized that they were slut-shaming her and they were wrong. That's wonderful. People finding love in this episode. Well, I don't know love, but a couple of the ladies found new flames, new connections, which is nice. Can't wait to see the turnout of all these things. And since Kaylee brought some friends to the venue, she will be able to advance her career, So that's good. That's wonderful. That's all I have to say about the episode, so I'm going to wrap everything up. I would like to thank you guys for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel. If you have subscribed, turn on my notifications. Follow me on Twitter at ILUMoreThanThis. Follow me on Instagram at Taurus_charm. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!